Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're looking at yet another ripoff movie called The Little Panda Fighter. So right off the bat, you can already tell this is a ripoff of Chopkick Panda and... Oh, are you serious? Who's calling me now?
Judah, don't be stupid. Chopkick Panda is obviously a ripoff of Kung Fu Panda, not the other way around. What are you doing? You don't gotta talk about Kung Fu Panda. Get out.
Jeez, tough crowd. So this movie starts with some peaceful music and what seems to be a building that says Bear Bar Box. Oh, well looky there, there's the title. In the building we see our main character Panda daydreaming about becoming a dancer. So why is this called The Little Panda Fighter? I have no freaking idea. But the daydreaming didn't last because his boss, Mr. Polaris, get it because he's a polar bear, and ends up stopping the daydreaming and tells him to get back to work.
Here we are, fight night, and I got a panda pipe dreaming all over the joint.
After Panda daydreams a bit more and falls into a bucket, the girl he's simping for passes by him.
You better watch yourself, Panda. If the boss catches you goofing off again, you'll be daydreaming on the unemployment line. Boy, pandas.
That night, there's a boxing match going on against Teddy Thunders and a Care Bear. Why is there a Care... So anyways, Teddy Thunder is the reigning champion, and oh my gosh, guys, is that Freddy Fazbear? So anyways, this Care Bear channels his inner anime and decides to kick as hard as he can.
Oh, talk about your rope-a-dope, ladies and gentlemen. Can this mean victory for Sweet and defeat for Teddy?
Nobody's showing up to the boxing matches anymore because Teddy Thunder keeps on defeating everybody, which is really starting to get on Mr. Polaris' nerves.
I don't believe it. He's killing me, this guy. He wins every time. That's why no one comes to the fights no more. It's a joke.
Oof. In their conversation, it's revealed that if Mr. Polaris gets in the ring, then he'll lose the club. And you've probably been wondering for a while, what's the main soundtrack? Well, here it is. What I find mostly funny about this is that they even play this song during conversations. Listen.
Boy, I tell you, that Teddy Thunders. He may be a pain in Polaris's paw, but the girls go googly over him.
Yeah, you said it. I wish they were googly over me that way.
Same. After such a long conversation with Mr. Polaris, Panda gives Mr. Polaris a great idea.
You just gave me a great idea, kid.
So, I hate to be the guy who speeds everything up, but literally nothing happens in this scene except for Panda talking to this guy about the girl he's simping for. The next day, Mr. Polaris brings Panda in to show him a new boxing suit that he has on, so then he doesn't look like Mr. Polaris. So the reason why he's doing this is so then the bar can get more attention again. Even though I think it will turn into another Teddy Thunder situation because he'll just win every single time. But there's one problem.
Something smells like an order of chicken and broccoli with a side order of feet.
What? So anyways, he washes the clothes and dances. Why does he always dance? You're not good at dance. Anyways, they get a newspaper about Mr. Polaris, aka the Great Bear of Mystery. But why is he wearing his clothes? Aren't they in the washing machine? I'm finding plot holes, guys. This is crazy. So Panda left the suit in the washing machine for a bit too long, and now they've shrunk, as it shows in the newspaper that predicts the future. At the night where Teddy and Mr. Polaris fight, Mr. Polaris' shrunken suit now looks like he's Panda. The workers also believe that it's Panda because Panda isn't at his station, but where Panda is actually is that he's dancing in front of a bunch of judges. Am I the only one that finds this hilarious? Meanwhile, at the boxing match, Teddy Thunders ain't doing so well. But come on, we don't want to see the main plot of the movie. We just want to see Panda dance, obviously. Okay, another cut to the boxing match. Mr. Polaris gets a beating, but then dodges out of the way. Because you know him. And, oh, man. Teddy ain't doing so well. Alright, back to Panda's dancing. Panda is... oh. Meanwhile, at the boxing match... on, we have to hear what the judges say for Pancada's dancing.
Your execution was flawless. Your technique is totally mind-blowing.
Heck yeah.
I just think you overreached a little at the end.
Crap.
Dancing what you feel is all well and good, Mr. Pancada, but you can't do it at the expense of the choreography.
I hate this lady. The next day, Pancada is very sad about how his dancing went. Until everybody started coming up to Pancada telling him how good he was last night. Pancada just thought it was his dancing, which I don't blame him. But whenever Pancada told Mr. Polaris about it, Mr. Polaris let out the creepiest laugh of all time.
Pancada, are you losing your marbles? What are you giving me? Who is this Jin guy?
Master Jin. See, boss, he's like my modern dance instructor.
Dance instructor?
Yeah, and my audition piece was awesome. I mean, isn't that what everyone's talking about?
You mean... You thought I was really talking about... I thought I was going crazy.
This is making me
Sorry,
very
kid.
uncomfortable. After my discovery for how scary Mr. Polaris' laughing is, Pancada finds out that Mr. Polaris looked like Pancada when he was fighting, and that's why everyone loves Pancada now. Pancada went back to his dance instructor to ask him what he does about this situation, where his dance instructor replied saying that he has to be honest. Pancada goes into Mr. Polaris' office, telling him that he will fight Teddy Thunders by himself and not with Mr. Polaris. So cue the training montage, let's go, this is as epic as Rocky, yeah! And even though the fight went about as you'd expect with Pancada losing terribly, after that Pancada went into Mr. Polaris' office to apologize.
That's just it. I wanted to apologize to you. It was all my fault. I'm the one who insisted on fighting.
But then the biggest plot twist happens.
Remember when you were in training and I kept saying, I knew you could beat that overgrown furball?
Sure, I remember. And then I went and fumbled everything all up.
Well, I was lying. I knew there was no way a tubby little panda could beat a monster like that. I only said those things to motivate you, that's all.
But then this tubby little panda went and let everybody down. I can't live with this constant torture any longer.
Is this panda okay? Does he need a therapist?
But you just don't understand, kid. Everybody out there thought you were going to flatten Teddy Thunders for sure.
I know. I was a big tubby disappointment.
Of course, knowing Teddy Thunders, I knew that would be impossible. So that's why I placed all my bets on Teddy.
So that means you're
rich! In fact, I'm about the richest man in the whole city. All because I placed my bets on that big dumb blockhead.
Ah, yes. You got your worker severely injured so you can make money. That's Mr. Polaris right there. Well, anyways, the club is rich now. Pancada's the boss and Mr. Polaris retired so then he could go to Antarctica. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, the club is no longer a boxing club, but instead a dancing club. So that's pretty cool. Pancada performs one last time and oh gosh, how many kids had nightmares about this? Well, that's the end of the movie. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. The full movie's on YouTube, so you can check that out. And yeah, I'll see you guys the next time I post. Goodbye!